Hello everyone and welcome back to Tia's Coloring Chronicles. Let me get everything adjusted. And we are going to be coloring in baby dragons. Really need to remember from now on to turn off my sound. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. Just adjust this a little more. There we go. I'm buffering. What happened? Hi, Michelle, if you can hear me. Okay, hi Michelle. Gonna try to get started. It seems to be a little lag between my computer and my Kindle, so yeah, I'm hoping that it straightens out. Thank you for being patient with me. Try loading it again and see if that helps. Okay. Today I'm going to be working on the foliage and the background and the dirt. Is it getting any better on your guys' end? We'll see. How's everybody doing today? Because I gotta tell you, today was a day for me. I had a hard time. Hi, Taylor. Hi, David. I had the hardest time putting the tiny human down. He was just, I don't know what he thinks happens after we put him to bed, but Mom and Dad must party hard and we don't even know it, because he thinks the world is ending and we are all just having the best time of our lives after we put him to bed, I guess. Feeling that little toenail that I tried to bleach out last time. We were lucky enough with him to skip the terrible twos. But man, let me tell you, he hit 4 and bam! We have behavior issues out the wazoo. Not wanting to go to bed, not wanting to listen, tormenting the dogs, who I have repeatedly now threatened to give away if he doesn't start leaving them alone. Not that I really will, but So has everybody's day been going okay? All alcohol markers, the Ohuhus are alcohol markers, or at least this type is, and they all bleed. All alcohol markers bleed through. It's kind of the nature of the beast. Duct tape. Yeah, right? I wish. He'd just squiggle out of it anyway. I keep threatening to sell him to gypsies, but he doesn't believe me. He says they'll bring him back, and he's probably right. If you are, Taylor, if you are looking for a good set of alcohol markers, I do suggest these, though. These are nice. Oh, thank you. Hi, hobbyist. Yeah, this was the picture I absolutely fell in love with in this book, was the mama dragon and her little baby dragon. Ohuhus? I want to say they were like 100 for around 80 bucks, or that's not right. 100 for around 50 bucks, something like that. Thank you. They're a really good bargain. I'm not sure how they compare to like Copic or anything, because I've never had a Copic marker, so. No, the ones from Joann's are my Spectrum Noirs, which I'm still collecting. But I don't have the green set of the Spectrum Noirs yet. I don't think. No, I guess I do. Huh. I heard that about the DOS Kid markers. I think Anne was using those the other day, and she seemed to really like them, so I might have to give them a shot. Me and alcohol markers tend to fight. We don't like each other very much, but every once in a while I'm like, we're going to be friends. I'm going to play with you today. And I do like the Spectrum Noirs, and I do like the Ohuhus. I just don't seem to color fast enough to keep it from looking all streaky. Oop. Oh, we're just going to make that one then. So most of you guys know I just finished up RN school in December. And today I got my approval to take my boards, so I get to go in and pick a test date and cross my fingers and study my NCLEX books and hope I pass. So that's a little nerve-wracking. Budget friendly is always nice. I guess if I had to pick, I would probably say some kind of arcane magic. They don't really look like they're from like a fire or water element, so yeah, I think we're gonna go magic. Thanks. We'll see if I deserve the congratulations after boards. Most of my classmates have already tested. I wish I had as much confidence as you have in me. Yeah, I can see that with a little bit of purple in him and the blue. I've been trying to think of what picture I want to do next because we still have a little bit of time in January, and I was kind of thinking that maybe I would do one from the Everyday Horror book. I was thinking maybe do the one with the kids in the candy shop. So anybody have any big plans for the weekend? Oh, sure. It's Baby Dragons by Jade Summer. I was really sad when they got rid of their codes, because then you had an endless supply of the pictures you liked. Which Christmas one? I think they had like 2 or 3 out this season. The Hobbyists, that's right. They absolutely want more money. Not that I can blame them. A lot of people like to print on the better paper. I mean, we can always... They usually come with 2 copies, so you could always kind of cut the book in half and tear out the ones and scan them in, but I'm lazy, and that takes a lot of time and effort, and I'd just rather not. I like the just push print option. Yeah, I know, but I'm lazy. I don't want to have to do that. That's a lot of time and effort. When I want to color something, I want to do it now, not like take steps to do it. All right. I have there and there, and I think I need like a, I don't know, what kind of green to fill that in. Thinking. Looking over my options. I think that's the same green I used there. No, it's not. That's a different green. Oh, Tammy, that's really nice of you. Hobbyist, I agree. There's been a few that I'm like, I'm going to buy another one of this. Yeah, we're going to go with that one. Really? Taylor, Amazon is my best friend. Almost all my books and supplies have come from Amazon. My coloring wish list is like 200 items long. It's ridiculous. I'll never be able to get it all. I've heard about the book outlet, but I haven't tried it yet. It's kind of like Blix. I know it's out there. I haven't pushed the button there yet. I've browsed the sites. I loaded up my cart the other night with like $70 worth of stuff, and I'm like, I better not. I have plenty of books I haven't colored in. And I think only one of them was a Jade Summer book. Is it terrible as they say, Michelle? I feel like somehow over here we repeated this color, but we're going to rock it anyway. Be like Bob Ross. Be like, there's no mistakes in coloring, just happy accidents. If only that was true, right? I'm sorry to hear that, Michelle. Unfortunately, the nearest bookstore I have that sells coloring books is about 45 minutes away, and they really don't have that great stock anymore. I'm going to try a little experiment here. I think I'm going to go over this with this green and see what color we come up with. That way those colors don't really repeat. It might work, it might not. We'll see what happens. Well, it came out a different color. That's a plus. There we go. Yes, Michelle. That is a way better gift. I mean, chocolates go to the hips and flowers die, right? But coloring books, you can enjoy those for years. No more places to put the coloring books, huh? You're going to have to get creative. Trying to decide if this color right here has too much of a hint of green in it, but I think we're going to do it anyway. Let me try this one real quick, see what I think. You can always tell the colors I use the most because they're on top of the pile. Oh, no, I'm not using that for a sky. Yeah. Oh, that's too bright. That's probably true for most stores, honestly, Michelle. Right? I'm taking my grandpa on Saturday, tomorrow, out to eat for dinner. And he's bringing his girlfriend. I'm sorry, not his girlfriend. That's not what he calls her. It's his lady friend. Because my grandpa's classy. So out of curiosity, how many of you guys have actually finished a whole coloring book? Because that's kind of what I've decided my coloring goal for this year is to finish a whole coloring book. I already have one that's about a fourth of the way done, and I think I'm going to go with it. It's a Molly Harris book, and it's one of her fairy ones. I think it's Fairyland, maybe? I want to say maybe that's the name of it. And I have pictures colored in all kinds of different skill levels, from when I was first starting to... Okay, so I don't feel bad. So how many of you guys have coloring books you haven't even touched? I'm really guilty of this one. That's the reason when I went to order stuff on Amazon the other day, I was like, you better not. You don't really need that, Tia. Right? I do that too. Color one or two pictures and then move on to something else. I like to have options. Oh, you're waiting for your fancy supplies. Mousy, I can totally see that happening. I think mine is about 50-50 right now. I'm actually planning here, I don't know, maybe in a month to 6 weeks doing a destashing video where I get rid of and donate some of the coloring books that I'm never going to color in. And maybe get rid of some of my supplies that I don't use. Stuff I haven't liked. Even though I will say the distressed markers that I thought I was going to hate have started to grow on me a little bit. So I'm going to hang on to them just so I can see if they continue to grow, because I tend to use them a lot with my La Plume 2s that I like so much. They seem to match up pretty well. Oh, the Holbeins. Yes. The ones I've been drilling over are, oh, I can never pronounce this right. Igiten by Tombow. Those pencils, they come in like sets of 30. There's like 3 sets of 30 you can collect. Those have been on my wish list forever. And they are, on Amazon at least, they're like $30 for per set, a little over $30 per set. And I'd added one of those the other night. But I'm like, you have so many pencils, Tia. You also really don't need these. So I didn't buy them either. But I'd added one of the sets. And I know better. I know I should buy at least 1 or 2 open stock just to see if I like it. Because I'm pretty sure Blick sells them open stock. Maybe that's what I'll do. Maybe I'll buy some open stock of stuff that I've been wanting to try, as opposed to buying the big set. Plus, I have some Prismas I need to replace. I wish they sold Black Widow's open stock, because I have a few of those that need to be replaced, and I don't want to buy whole new sets for 1 or 2 pencils. But I guess you'd have the other pencils and for when they ran out, I guess, but okay, this still says I'm going, but this says I'm buffering. Yes, the Luminance. Those are also ones that I've had my eye on. Again, I should buy a few open stock just to try them. But they're so expensive. The Holbeins, the Luminance, those are expensive pencils. Those are definitely the splurge. Amazon dropped the Holbeins, as in they don't carry them anymore, the price dropped. I love my Black Widows. I have all 3 of the sets, and they are beautiful pencils. My big complaint with them is, and I don't think it's the pencil's fault, I think they're how they were handled in shipping, is that I have one set in particular, and I don't remember, I think it might have been the Scorpions, that every time I sharpen them, it's just a mess. But I think that's more because of how they were handled by the post office than the pencils themselves, because I don't have that problem with the other 2 sets. Well, dang, Michelle. That stinks. That is a really good birthday present, Tammy. Alright, now we need to make some dirt, guys. Oh, I like that one. See, that's just not right. That's not their shit to be breaking. I had heard from somebody somewhere that if you ship packages and you put like little kid stickers on it and make it look like it's from a little kid, that sometimes the post office treats it a little more delicately because they think that, you know, some kid took their time to make it. I don't know if it's true. And a lot of it I know is automated, not really the worker's fault. So then we have, you know, post people that like to cram big packages into small spaces. So go figure. Put them in the microwave. Huh. Might have to try that. Maybe I'll try it with one, the colors I don't like, just to see what happens. Yeah, and when you wait to get something, it makes it even more special when you do get it. Am I off camera, guys? Fire pretty. Sorry, that made me think of Buffy. After her graduation, her high school graduation, she's like, tree pretty, fire bad. Yes, I saw that in Anne's channel too. Isn't that amazing? I don't live in a town big enough to ever be able to get that, but that is awesome. Mousy, if it was not the middle of winter, I would 100% try that. Just going through and adding a little bit of detail because it's pretty much done, guys. I like how they turned out. What do you guys think? And then it's the 25th. Would be cool though, right? Have the van pull up and then, oh, we present you with the things you've ordered from the magical website. So I will show you guys if I can find them all together. A friend of mine gave me some money for my birthday. And I bought myself 4 coloring books. 3 of which I can find off the... This is it. So I bought myself 4 coloring books with some of the money she gave me. So I'm going to go ahead and show you what they were. If you don't mind. My birthday's in January. My son's is in January. We share a birthday, actually. Best birthday present ever. Most painful birthday ever, but, you know, it goes with territory, right? I just put all my markers away, because I try not to be a complete slob. Even though if you saw the part of the desk that's not this exact area right here, you wouldn't believe those words that just came out of my mouth. Brown and a yellow and a black. So I got 4 books for my birthday. 2 of which had been on my wish list for a super duper long time. Well, super duper to me. And the first one I got was the Peter Pan coloring book. This is the only book by Fabian Anastaso. Am I pronouncing that right? That I've really ever been tempted with. And I think it's the way that Peter Pan is drawn. I just think that I just love how this one's done. But there's never... Like all the other books he has out, I'm just like, oh, okay. But Peter Pan, for some reason, really spoke to me. Like this picture right here, I loved it. So this has been on my wish list for a really long time. And it was like $6 on Amazon when I was shopping for my birthday. So I picked up this one. Okay, so I had a cat. My husband had a cat. His name was Pippin. After, you know, Pippin from Lord of the Rings. Because we are that big of nerds. And he could meow the word uh-oh. Now the problem with this is we would hear uh-oh and then a crash. And usually it was my stuff that was getting knocked over. I swear the cat did not like me. Unless I was pregnant, and then he was all over me. And then, if you guys have watched my channel for a while, you know I have a thing with rodents. I've talked about having rats before. I really, really like rodents. So, Mouse Guard had literally been in my wish list for ages. And so I picked up Mouse Guard. And look at her. Little herbalist going there. And it combines my two of my favorite things, which is rodent and like medieval and times and stuff like that. So I was all about this. But look at that. That's so cute. So stinking cute. I like this one too. Ah, I love it. I love it. I'm so glad I got this one. And then this one I have a flip through that'll be coming out soon. But I'll give you guys a peek because this reminds me a lot of like little kid Valentines that I used to get in like the late 80s, early 90s when we gave them out at school. it just is very reminiscent of that. And it's grayscale, but it's kind of a dark grayscale. But I've colored 2 pictures in it. I'll show you them. Like, I have an official flip through that I'm going to be doing on them. Let me find one of the pictures. Like, there's a duck that I did. And then, I know I did another, there it is. And then I did this cat and snowman, which I'm not really too thrilled with how he turned out, honestly. Because I usually do like really natural colors for things, and I went with a purple for him. I am not really happy with how this one turned out, and I don't know if it was so much my coloring skill or the fact this is such a dark grayscale at times. So I'm going to do a flip. I have a flip through this coming out on that one. And it is a cute book. I just not quite sure about it. And then I picked up the buns because I thought this was adorable. And they're just itty bitty tiny rabbits in different scenes. And you get 2 of each picture. So that's the same picture. And it's set up where it's 2 of the same picture back to back instead of like one book, and then you get like halfway through it switches to the same pictures like the Jade Summer books do. So those are the 4 books that I got for my birthday. I didn't really get any coloring supplies, and that's okay. I really don't need any. Doesn't mean I don't want them, just means I don't need them. And then, like I said, I'm going to be doing a destashing video soon. I'm thinking about giving away these and getting rid of these because they're just really crappy, honestly. And they do open up the color range I have for brush tip waters a little more, and it does offer me some fine liners. I might keep them just for the fine liners because the fine liners really aren't the problem. I don't know yet. But these are one of the things I'm thinking about getting rid of. I'm just not a big fan of them. But maybe I'll keep them for the fine liners. See, this is the problem when you go to get rid of stuff. You're like, well, I could. And I do use them, but... So, anyway, guys, my battery on my phone is about ready to run out. I thank you all for being here. And until we meet again, live well. I hope you guys have enjoyed our coloring and our visiting, because I know I have. This was fun for me, and I plan on trying to do it at least every other week, kind of. So, I'm going to say goodbye, guys. Bye.